Poor Waitress was rescued by Mafia boss. Hour later, he set the city on fire. Hit subscribe, or you might miss the next tear-dropping Mafia love. The cafe smelled like burnt coffee and old cigarettes. Lena wiped down the counter for the third time that hour. Her hands were red. Raw. The kind of red that came from scrubbing too hard for too long. Outside, rain hammered against the window. New York in November was cruel, cold, unforgiving. She glanced at the clock. 11:45. He would be here soon. The man in the corner booth. The one who always sat with his back to the wall. The one who never smiled, never thanked her. Just nodded when she brought his black coffee. Every night, same time, same seat. Lena didn't know his name. Didn't want to. In this city, some questions were better left unasked. The bell above the door chimed. He walked in. Tall. Dark suit. Perfectly tailored. His shoulders filled the doorway. His shoes clicked against the tile floor. Expensive shoes. The kind that cost more than her entire month's rent. His face was sharp, handsome in a dangerous way. Dark eyes that saw everything, noticed everything. He sat without looking at her. Lena grabbed the pot and walked over. Her sneakers squeaked on the wet floor. She poured his coffee. "Anything else?" she asked. He didn't answer. She turned to leave. "You're limping." His voice stopped her cold. Deep. Smooth. The kind of voice that commanded rooms. Lena looked back. "I'm fine. You weren't limping yesterday. Maybe you weren't paying attention yesterday." His eyes lifted, met hers. Something flickered there. Surprise, maybe. Or anger. No one talked back to Damian Cruz. Not his men. Not his enemies. Certainly not a waitress in a rundown cafe. But she didn't know that. "Careful," he said quietly. "Of what?" "Your mouth." Lena felt her face flush. She set the pot down hard on his table. Coffee sloshed over the rim. "Maybe you should be careful too," she said. "Your manners are worse than your attitude." She walked away before he could respond. Behind the counter, her hand shook. Why did she say that? Why couldn't she just shut up and pour coffee like everyone else? "Because you're tired," she thought. Tired of being invisible. Tired of being nothing. At the corner booth, Damian Cruz watched her. His jaw tightened. No woman had ever spoken to him like that. Ever. He should be angry. Should teach her a lesson about respect. But instead he felt something else. Curiosity. Lena counted her tips at the end of the shift. $43. Not enough. It was never enough. Her brother Marco needed new shoes. His old ones had holes. And the landlord was threatening eviction again. 3 months behind on rent. She closed her eyes and fought the pressure building in her chest. "Don't cry. Not here. Not now." The bell chimed. Her manager Jerry stuck his head out from the kitchen. "Lock up when you're done." "Sure." The door closed behind him. Silence. Lena finished counting. She put the money in her pocket and grabbed her coat. That's when she heard the footsteps. Silence. Lena finished counting. She put the money in her pocket and grabbed her coat. That's when she heard the footsteps. Heavy. Slow. Coming from the back hallway. Her heart jumped. "Jerry?" she called out. No answer. The footsteps got closer. A shadow appeared in the doorway. A man. Big. Greasy hair. Stained shirt. Mr. Volkov. Her landlord. "Lena," he said. His accent was thick. Russian. "You've been avoiding me." She backed up against the counter. "I have your money. Just give me 2 more days." 2 more days. He laughed. It wasn't a kind sound. "You said that last week." "Please, I just need—" He moved fast. Grabbed her wrist. Twisted. Pain shot up her arm. "You think I'm stupid?" His breath reeked of vodka. "You think you can keep lying to me?" "Let go." His other hand came up. Hit her across the face. The world spun. Lena tasted blood. Her cheek throbbed. Hot. Burning. "Next time," Volkov growled, "I won't be so gentle." He shoved her backward. She hit the counter hard. Her ribs screamed. Then he was gone. The bell chimed as the door swung shut. Lena slid down to the floor. Her whole body shook. Tears came now. Hot and fast and unstoppable. She pulled her knees to her chest and buried her face in her arms. This was her life. This was all it would ever be. She didn't hear the door open again, didn't hear the footsteps crossing the cafe, but she felt the presence, someone standing over her. She looked up. It was him, the man from the corner booth. His dark eyes swept over her, the bruise forming on her cheek, the blood at the corner of her mouth, the way she was curled up like a broken thing. Something changed in his face, something cold and terrifying. Who did this? His voice was quiet, too quiet. Lena wiped her eyes. It's nothing. I'm fine. Who did this? She'd never heard 3 words sound so dangerous. Just go, she whispered, please. He crouched down, eye level now, close enough that she could smell his cologne. Expensive. Like everything else about him. I'm going to ask you one more time, he said. And you're going to tell me the truth. Who touched you? Something in his eyes told her he wouldn't leave until she answered. My landlord, she said finally. But it's not your problem. You don't even know me. Damian Cruz stood, his hands curled into fists. I know enough. He pulled out his phone, made a call, spoke in low tones. She couldn't hear the words, but she heard the tone. Cold, final. A death sentence wrapped in a command. When he hung up, he looked down at her. What's his name? Please don't. His name, Lena. She froze. How do you know my name? He didn't answer, just waited. Volkov, she said quietly. Igor Volkov. Damian nodded once. Stay here. Where are you going? He turned toward the door, paused, looked back over his shoulder. To teach someone about consequences. Then he was gone, and Lena realized, sitting there on the cold floor of that empty cafe, that her life had just changed forever. She just didn't know how much. Lena sat on the floor for 20 minutes, maybe 30. Time felt strange, slow and fast all at once. She should leave, lock up, go home. But something kept her there, waiting. The door burst open. Damian walked in. His suit jacket was gone. His white shirt had dark stains. His knuckles were bleeding. Lena stood, her legs wobbled. What did you do? What needed to be done? Where is he? You won't see him again. Her blood went cold. What does that mean? Damian crossed to the sink behind the counter, turned on the water, started washing his hands. The water ran red. Lena's stomach twisted. Did you kill him? No. He scrubbed harder. But he'll wish I had. Oh God. He won't touch you again. Won't touch anyone again. Lena pressed her back against the wall. This was insane. This man, this stranger, had just beaten her landlord. Maybe worse. You can't just do that, she said. I just did. You don't even know me. Damian dried his hands on a towel, turned to face her. His eyes were dark, unreadable. No one touches what's mine. I'm not yours. You are now. The words hung in the air. Heavy. Absolute. Lena's heart pounded. I didn't ask for this. No, but you needed it. He moved closer. She should back away, should run. But her feet wouldn't move. You think I don't see it? He said quietly. How hard you work, how you count every dollar, how you skip meals to save money. I see everything, Lena. Then you're a stalker. I'm observant. Same thing. His mouth almost smiled. Almost. You have that mouth again. It's my mouth. I'll use it how I want. This time he did smile. Small, dark, dangerous. You will. But you'll learn when to use it and when to stay quiet. And who's going to teach me? You? Yes. The certainty in his voice sent chills down her spine. I don't need a teacher. I need you to leave me alone. Can't do that. Why not? He stepped closer. So close she could feel the heat coming off him. Could see the flecks of gold in his dark eyes. Because the moment I saw you cry, he said softly, something in me decided you were mine to protect. And I don't change my mind. You're crazy. Probably. I should call the police. They won't come. How do you know? Because I own them. Lena's breath caught. Who are you? Damian studied her face, the bruise blooming on her cheek, the fear mixed with defiance in her eyes. You really don't know? Should I? Most people in this city do. I'm not most people. No, he agreed. You're not. He reached out, touched her cheek gently. She flinched but didn't pull away. This needs ice, he said. I'm fine. You're not, but you will be. He pulled out his phone again, made another call. Bring the car around and get the doctor to my place. Lena grabbed his arm. I'm not going anywhere with you. He looked at her hand on his arm, then at her face. You are. Your apartment isn't safe anymore. How do you know where I live? I told you I'm observant. You mean you've been following me? Protecting you. That's not romantic, that's terrifying. I never said I was romantic, Lena. I said I was yours. That doesn't make sense. It will. A black car pulled up outside. Sleek. Expensive. Windows tinted so dark they look like oil. Come on, Damien said. No. Your brother Marco gets home from his friend's house at midnight. He's 12. Small for his age. Smart kid. Wants to be a doctor someday. Lena went cold. How do you know about Marco? I know everything about you. Stay away from him. I will, as long as you come with me now. It wasn't a request. It was a command wrapped in a warning. Lena looked at the door, at the dark car waiting, at this dangerous man who'd appeared in her life like a storm. She had no choice. She'd never had a choice. Just tonight, she said. We'll see. I mean it. So do I. He guided her to the door, his hand on the small of her back. Gentle but firm, a touch that said, I've got you, whether you want me to or not. The driver opened the back door, didn't look at her, didn't speak. Lena slid into the car. Leather seats, cool air, the smell of money. Damien got in beside her. The car pulled away from the cafe, away from the only life she'd ever known. Where are we going? She asked. Somewhere safe. Define safe. Somewhere I control. That's what I was afraid of. They drove through the wet streets, past the late-night crowds, past the neon signs and corner dealers and people trying to survive. Lena watched it all blur by, her world, slipping away. I need to call Marco, she said. Damien handed her his phone. She dialed. Marco picked up on the second ring. Hey, it's me, Lena said. I'm going to be late tonight. Stay at Danny's house, okay? I'll pick you up in the morning. You okay, Lena? You sound weird. I'm fine, baby, just tired. Go to sleep. Love you. Love you too. She hung up, handed the phone back. He's a good kid, Damien said. The best. He won't suffer anymore. Neither will you. What does that mean? It means your rent is paid, your debts are cleared, and that cafe you work at? I bought it this afternoon. Lena stared at him. You what? Bought it. Papers are being processed. By Monday, you'll be working for me. You can't just... I can. I did. This is insane. This is protection. This is control. He turned to look at her. His eyes were dark, endless. Yes, he said simply. It is. And Lena realized she was trapped. Caught in the gravity of a man who'd decided she belonged to him. She should be terrified, but part of her, a small, secret part, felt safer than she'd felt in years. And that scared her most of all. The penthouse was massive, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city, modern furniture, everything black and white and expensive. Lena stood in the middle of the living room and felt completely out of place. A woman appeared, older, kind eyes, gray hair pulled back. This is Maria, Damien said. She'll take care of you. Maria smiled. Come, dear, let's get you cleaned up. Lena followed her down a hallway, through a door, into a bedroom bigger than her entire apartment. Mr. Cruz said you were hurt, Maria said gently. Let me see. Lena touched her cheek. It throbbed. It's nothing. It's not nothing. Sit. She sat on the edge of the massive bed. Maria disappeared into the bathroom, came back with a first aid kit. This might sting, she warned. She cleaned the cut at the corner of Lena's mouth, applied ointment. Her touch was gentle, motherly. You're lucky, Maria said. Mr. Cruz doesn't bring people here, ever. I'm not sure lucky is the word I'd use. Maria smiled. You don't know him yet, but you will. I don't want to know him, I want to go home. This is your home now. For tonight. Maria didn't argue, just finished bandaging the cut. There's clothes in the closet. Bathroom through there. Try to rest. She left quietly. Lena sat alone in the enormous bedroom. She should be planning her escape. Should be figuring out how to get out of this. But she was so tired, so deeply, completely exhausted. She walked to the window, looked out at the glittering city below. From up here it looked beautiful, safe. Down there it had tried to kill her. A knock on the door. "Come in," she said. Damien entered. He'd changed. Black t-shirt, dark jeans. His hair was damp from a shower. He looked different, younger, almost normal. Almost. "The doctor's here," he said, "for your ribs." I said I'm fine. And I don't believe you. You don't have to believe me. Actually, I do, because you're mine to protect now, and I don't take that lightly. Stop saying I'm yours. Why, it's true. It's not true. We don't even know each other. We will. He moved closer. She held her ground. You can't just claim people, she said. I just did. That's not how the world works. It's how my world works. Then your world is messed up. He smiled. Actually smiled. Yes, it is. The doctor came in, checked her ribs. Gentle hands. Professional. He said they were bruised but not broken. Gave her painkillers. Left quietly. Damien walked the doctor out. Came back. You should sleep, he said. Where are you going to be? Down the hall. Good. Unless you want me to stay. I don't. Shame. He turned to leave. Damien, she said. He stopped. Looked back. Why are you doing this? He was quiet for a long moment. When he spoke, his voice was different. Softer. More honest. Because when I saw you on that floor crying and broken, something in me snapped. I've done terrible things, Lena. Hurt people. Destroyed lives. But seeing you hurt made me want to burn the world down. That's not an answer. It's the only one I have. He left, closed the door behind him. Lena stood there in the dark. Her heart was racing, her mind spinning. This man was dangerous, clearly dangerous. She should be running. But where would she run to? Back to Volkov? Back to the rats and the debt and the fear? She climbed into the bed. The sheets were soft, expensive. They smelled like lavender. She closed her eyes, and for the first time in months, she slept without fear. Morning came through the windows like a knife. Lena woke confused. This wasn't her room. This wasn't her bed. Then she remembered. She sat up. Her ribs ached. Her face hurt. There were clothes laid out on a chair. Designer jeans, a soft sweater, even underwear. All her size. How did he know her size? She showered. The bathroom was marble and mirrors. The water pressure was perfect. There were a dozen different soaps and shampoos. She got dressed. Everything fit perfectly. When she emerged, Maria was waiting with breakfast. Mr. Cruz left early, she said. Business. But he said to tell you he'll be back this afternoon. I won't be here this afternoon. Maria smiled like she'd heard that before. There's coffee, and I made pancakes. You're too thin, dear. The pancakes smelled incredible. Lena's stomach growled. She sat, ate. They were the best pancakes she'd ever tasted. Can I use a phone? She asked. I need to check on my brother. Maria handed her a cell phone. Brand new. Still in the box. Mr. Cruz got this for you. Of course he did. Lena called Marco. He was fine. Happy. Danny's mom had made them waffles. When are you coming to get me? Marco asked. Soon, baby, I promise. She hung up, looked at Maria. I need to leave. The car will take you wherever you want to go. Just like that? Just like that. Mr. Cruz doesn't keep prisoners. Could have fooled me. But Maria was right. An hour later, Lena was in the black car, going back to her apartment. The driver didn't speak, just drove. When they pulled up to her building, Lena's breath caught. There were men on the street, big men in dark suits, watching, guarding. She went upstairs. Her apartment door was new, heavy, expensive. Inside, everything had been cleaned, repaired. There was food in the fridge, new furniture, new everything. On the counter was an envelope. She opened it. Inside was a note in strong, neat handwriting. You're safe now. The men outside make sure of it. Your job at the cafe starts Monday, 9 a.m. Don't be late. D. Below the note was a check, made out to her. $50,000. Lena's hands shook. This was too much. All of it. Too much. But as she looked around at the clean apartment, at the full fridge, at the security she'd never had, she realized something. Damian Cruz had given her something she'd never had before. A choice. She could take his help, accept his protection, live in his world, or she could walk away. She looked at the check, at the new door, at the future he was offering, and she realized she'd already made her choice. She just didn't know the cost yet. Monday came too fast. Lena walked into the cafe at 8:50. The door had been repaired. New windows, fresh paint. Inside, everything was different. New floors, new tables, new machines. Jerry was behind the counter. He looked nervous. "Lena," he said, we have a new owner." "I know." His eyebrows shot up. "You know?" "It's complicated." The door opened. Damian walked in. He wore a black suit, perfectly tailored. He looked like power and danger and money. Every head in the cafe turned. He ignored them all. Walked straight to Lena. "You came," he said. "I need the job." "You need more than that. Don't start." He almost smiled. "Come with me." He led her to a back office she'd never seen before. New desk, new computer, papers everywhere. "This is yours," he said. "What is?" "The cafe. I'm putting it in your name." Lena stared at him. "Excuse me?" "You heard me." "I can't accept that." "You can. You will." "Why are you doing this?" "Because you need security, and I need you close." "This is insane." "We've established that." She sat down hard in the chair. Her head was spinning. "I don't understand you." "You don't have to. You just have to trust me." "I don't trust you." "Not yet, but you will." He moved closer, leaned against the desk, looking down at her. "I have enemies, Lena. Dangerous people who would hurt you to get to me. By keeping you close, by making you mine publicly, I protect you. Or you paint a target on my back. The target was already there, you just didn't know it." "What does that mean?" He was quiet for a long moment. Something dark moved behind his eyes. "Your father," he said finally. "Thomas Reed. He died 8 years ago. Stray bullet in a convenience store robbery. Remember?" Lena's chest tightened. "Don't talk about my father. The police said it was random. Wrong place, wrong time." "It was." "No, it wasn't." The world tilted. "What are you saying?" Damian's jaw clenched. "I'm saying the men who killed him worked for me. They were robbing that store to send a message to its owner. Your father walked in at the wrong time." Lena couldn't breathe, couldn't think. "You're lying." "I wish I was." "You killed my father." "My men did. I gave the order to rob the store. I didn't order his death, but I'm responsible." She stood. Her whole body shook. "Get away from me!" "Lena, get away!" She shoved past him, through the office, through the cafe, out into the street. She ran. Tears blurred her vision. Her chest felt like it was splitting open. Behind her, she heard footsteps, heavy, fast. "Lena, stop!" She didn't stop. He caught her halfway down the block, grabbed her arm, spun her around. "Let me go." "Not until you listen." "I don't want to listen. You killed my father." "I know, and I'll carry that for the rest of my life." "That's not enough." "It's all I have." They stood there on the sidewalk. People walked past, stared, kept moving. "Why?" Lena's voice broke. "Why tell me? Why not just keep lying?" "Because you deserve the truth, even if it destroys us." "There is no us." "There could be. Not anymore." She pulled away. He let her go this time. "I'll still protect you," he said quietly, "whether you hate me or not." "I do hate you. I know. I never want to see you again." "You will." "You're so sure of yourself." "I'm sure of what I feel." "And what's that?" He stepped closer. His eyes were dark, intense, filled with something she didn't want to name. "That you're the only good thing I've ever wanted. And I'll burn in hell before I let anyone hurt you. Even if you hate me. Even if you never forgive me. You're mine, Lena. And I'm yours. That doesn't change." "That's not love. That's obsession." "Maybe, but it's real." She shook her head, tears streaming down her face. "You're broken." "Yes, I can't fix you. I don't want you to. I just want you safe. Then leave me alone. Can't do that. Why not? Because the moment I saw you, something in me recognized something in you. We're both survivors, Lena. Both fighters. And whether you admit it or not, you feel it too. I feel nothing. Liar! She slapped him. The sound cracked through the air. His head turned slightly. A red mark bloomed on his cheek. He looked back at her. No anger, no surprise. Just acceptance. Feel better? He asked. No. Hit me again if it helps. It won't bring him back. I know. She crumpled. Right there on the street. All the fight drained out of her. Damien caught her, held her while she sobbed into his chest. I hate you, she whispered. I know. I hate you so much. I know, baby, I know. He held her until the tears stopped, until the shaking eased, until she was empty. When she finally pulled back, her eyes were red, swollen. I need time, she said. Take all you need. I need to be alone. The security stays. I don't want... Non-negotiable, you're still in danger. From who? Everyone who knows you matter to me. I don't matter to you. You're the only thing that matters. She walked away, down the street, toward home. He didn't follow, just watched her go, but she felt his eyes on her, felt the weight of his protection, his obsession, his twisted love. And she hated that part of her felt safer knowing he was watching, hated that she'd wanted to hold on to him instead of push him away, hated that even knowing the truth, her heart still raced when he was near. She hated him, but maybe she was starting to hate herself more. Because despite everything, she understood him. Two broken people, two survivors. Both too damaged to love normally. Both too stubborn to let go. 3 days passed. Lena stayed in her apartment. Marco stayed with Danny's family. She couldn't face him yet. Couldn't pretend everything was okay. The men outside her building never left. They changed shifts. But there were always two. Always watching. She felt like a prisoner. But she was alive, safe, fed. That was more than she'd had a week ago. On the 4th day, someone knocked on her door. Not Damien. She'd know his knock. This was different. Lighter. She opened the door a crack, the chain still on. Maria stood in the hallway. She held a bag of groceries. May I come in? She asked. Lena opened the door. Maria entered. Started putting food away, moving around the kitchen like she owned it. You don't have to do that, Lena said. I know, but you're not eating, and Mr. Cruz is worried. I don't care if he's worried. Yes, you do. Lena sat at the small table. He told you about my father. He told me he told you, that's all. Do you know what he does, who he is? Yes. And you work for him anyway? Maria sat across from her. Her eyes were kind, sad. My son was dying, she said softly. Cancer, stage 4, no insurance, no hope. I was a housekeeper at a hotel, making minimum wage, watching my boy fade away. Lena's throat tightened. Mr. Cruz stayed at that hotel for a month. Business in the city. I cleaned his room every day. One day he asked about my son. I don't know why I told him, but I did. She paused, wiped her eyes. 3 days later, the hospital called. All my son's bills were paid. He was moved to the best cancer center in the country. Experimental treatment. The doctors said it was a miracle. Damien did that? Yes. He saved my boy's life. Didn't ask for anything in return. Just gave me a job and told me my son would never want for anything again. But he's a criminal. Yes, he's done terrible things, hurt people, destroyed lives. But he's also saved people, protected people. He's not all good, but he's not all bad either. Lena looked down at her hands. My father was good, completely good. And Damien's men killed him. I know, and I'm so sorry. That kind of pain doesn't heal. It just becomes part of you. So why are you here? To convince me to forgive him? No. I'm here to tell you that forgiveness isn't the same as understanding. You can understand why someone is the way they are without forgiving what they've done. What if I can't do either? Then you can't, but you should know something. What? He's never cared about anyone the way he cares about you. I've worked for him for 5 years. Never seen him like this. He's obsessed, yes. Controlling, absolutely. But he would die for you. And in his world, that's the closest thing to love he knows. The words settled heavy in the room. Maria stood. Eat something, dear. For your brother, if not for yourself. She left quietly. Lena sat alone, thinking. About Damien, about her father, about the impossible mess she was in. That night something woke her. A sound, wrong, out of place. She sat up, listened. Glass breaking downstairs. Her heart jumped into her throat. Where were the guards? Where were Damien's men? She grabbed her phone, started to dial. The bedroom door burst open. A man, masked, gun in hand. Lena screamed. He moved fast, grabbed her, pressed the gun to her head. Quiet, he hissed, Russian accent. Volkov, or his men. Where is he? The man demanded. I don't know. Liar. He shoved the gun harder against her temple. Call him, now. With shaking hands, she dialed Damien's number. He answered on the first ring. Lena? I'm sorry, she whispered. What's wrong? The man grabbed the phone. You want her back? Come alone. 1 hour. The old warehouse on 5th and Park. Alone. Or she dies. He hung up, threw the phone against the wall. Then he dragged Lena out of the apartment, down the stairs, past the bodies of Damien's guards, dead, throats cut. She wanted to scream, to fight, but the gun at her head kept her quiet. They shoved her into a van, tied her hands, covered her eyes. She lost track of time, lost track of direction. When they finally stopped, they pulled her out. Into a building, cold, empty. They tied her to a chair, removed the blindfold. A warehouse. Abandoned. Broken windows. Moonlight streaming through. 3 men, all armed, all watching her. The leader pulled off his mask. Volkov. Face bruised, nose broken, arm in a cast. Damien's work. He thinks he can touch me? Volkov spat. Break my bones and walk away? This isn't about me, Lena said. Her voice shook. This is about him. You're right, you're just bait. He won't come alone. He will, for you. And Lena realized with sick certainty that he was right. Damien would come, would walk into a trap, because of her. The hour crawled by. Every minute felt like 10. Then they heard it. A car, stopping outside. Footsteps. Slow, steady, confident. The warehouse door opened. Damien walked in. Alone, hands visible, no weapons. His eyes found Lena immediately, scanned her for injuries. Then he looked at Volkov. Let her go. Not yet. Volkov smiled. First you kneel. No, Lena said. Don't. Quiet. Volkov pressed his gun to her head. Damien's jaw clenched. But he knelt. Right there on the concrete floor. Volkov laughed. The great Damien Cruz, on his knees for a waitress? I'm on my knees, now let her go. I don't think so. I think I'll kill her. Let you watch, like you made me watch you break my arm. Please, Lena whispered. Just let him go. Kill me, but let him go. Damien's eyes snapped to hers, something fierce and broken in them. No, he said softly. Damien! I'm not leaving you. How sweet, Volkov sneered. How pathetic. He raised the gun, aimed at Damien's head. Everything happened at once. The windows exploded. Men in black rappelled down. Gunfire erupted. Damien moved, faster than she'd ever seen anyone move. He grabbed the nearest gun, shot 2 of Volkov's men before they could react. Volkov grabbed Lena, used her as a shield. Don't move, he screamed. But Damien was already moving. His men surrounded them. Red laser sights painted Volkov's face. It's over, Damien said quietly. It's not over until... The shot came from behind, clean, professional. Volkov's head snapped back. He dropped, dead. Lena screamed. Damien caught her as she fell, untied her hands, pulled her against him. I've got you, he murmured. I've got you. She sobbed into his chest, her whole body shaking. You came, she whispered. Always. They took her back to the penthouse. The doctor checked her. No injuries, just shock. Maria made tea, sat with her, held her hand. Damien stood by the window, silent, watching the city. When Maria left, they were alone. Lena sat on the couch, wrapped in a blanket, still shaking. You should have let them kill me, she said. Damien turned. What? You should have stayed away, saved yourself. That was never an option. Why not? He crossed the room, knelt in front of her, eye level, because losing you would destroy me, and I'm already barely holding on. You don't even know me. I know enough. I know you work 3 shifts to feed your brother. I know you give away your tips to the homeless man on the corner. I know you read poetry when you think no one's watching. I know you're terrified of thunder. I know you bite your lip when you're thinking. I know everything, Lena. Tears spilled down her cheeks. You're obsessed. Yes. That's not healthy. Nothing about me is healthy. Then why do I feel safe with you? His eyes searched hers. Because you know I'd burn the world to keep you safe. That's not normal. No, but it's real. She reached out, touched his face, the bruise from where she'd slapped him days ago. I don't know how to do this, she whispered. Do what? Be with someone like you. Be what you need. You don't have to be anything. Just be you. The girl whose father you killed? He flinched. Yes, even her. How? Because I can't change the past. Can't bring him back. All I can do is protect his daughter. Honor his memory by keeping you safe. That's twisted. I'm twisted. She laughed. It came out broken, sad. We're both so messed up. Yes. This can't work. Probably not. But I don't want you to leave. His breath caught. Say that again. I don't want you to leave. I'm angry. I'm hurt. I hate what you did. But I don't want you to go. He leaned forward, pressed his forehead to hers. I won't, not ever. Promise? I promise. She kissed him. Soft at first, hesitant, testing. He let her lead, let her set the pace. When she pulled back, his eyes were dark, intense. Stay with me tonight, she whispered. Lena, not like that, just stay. I don't want to be alone. Okay. He picked her up, carried her to the bedroom, laid her down gently, climbed in beside her, pulled her against his chest. She fit perfectly, like she was made for this space. Tell me about him, she said softly. My father. What do you want to know? Everything you know. Damien was quiet for a moment. I didn't know him personally, but I found out everything after. He was a mechanic, good at his job. Everyone liked him. He volunteered at a soup kitchen every Sunday, helped people fix their cars for free if they couldn't pay. He was kind, Lena said, the kindest man I ever knew. He raised an incredible daughter. He'd hate you. I know, but he'd also thank you for protecting me, for protecting Marco. I don't deserve thanks. No, but you have it anyway. She closed her eyes. Listened to his heartbeat. Strong. Steady. Damien? Yeah? I don't forgive you yet. Maybe I never will. But I understand you. And maybe that's enough for now. He pressed a kiss to her hair. It's more than I deserve. Probably. They lay in the dark, 2 broken people, holding on to each other. Outside the city hummed. Dangerous, beautiful, full of secrets. But in that moment they were safe, together. And maybe that was all they needed. Morning came slowly. Lena woke in Damien's arms. He was already awake, watching her. Creepy, she murmured. Can't help it. Try. He smiled. How do you feel? Confused, scared, angry, safe, all at once. That's normal. Nothing about this is normal. Fair point. She sat up. I need to see Marco. He's probably worried. I'll take you. Damien! I'm not letting you out of my sight. Not after last night. Damien! I'm not letting you out of my sight. Not after last night. I can't live like this. Can't be watched every second. Then we make it work. Together. How? You tell me what you need. I'll give it to you, within reason. I need my freedom. You have it, with protection. That's not freedom. It's the best I can offer. My enemies won't stop, Lena. They'll keep coming, because they know you matter to me. Then maybe we should stop. End this before it gets worse. Pain flashed across his face. Is that what you want? She looked at him. Really looked. At the man who'd killed and protected in equal measure. Who'd saved her and trapped her. Who'd destroyed her past and offered her a future. No, she said finally. but I need to set boundaries. Okay. I keep my job, my apartment, my life. With security. Fine, but I decide when I see you, not you. He nodded slowly. And if I need to see you? You ask like a normal person. I'm not normal. Try. A ghost of a smile. For you, I'll try. She leaned in, kissed him softly. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. I'm not good at boundaries. I noticed. They got dressed. Damien in his suit. Lena in borrowed clothes that fit perfectly. The car took them to Danny's house. A modest place in Queens. Safe. Normal. Marco ran out when he saw her. Threw his arms around her. Lena, where were you? I was so worried. I'm sorry, baby. Work stuff. Complicated. Marco looked past her. Saw Damien standing by the car. Who's that? A friend. He looks scary. He is, but he's on our side. Damien walked over. Knelt down to Marco's level. Marco, I'm Damien. Are you Lena's boyfriend? Damien glanced at Lena. She shrugged. Something like that, he said. Are you nice to her? I try to be. Good, because if you're not, I'll beat you up. Damien smiled, a real smile. I believe you. Marco grinned, ran back inside. Lena looked at Damien. He likes you. That's one person. It's a start. Is it enough? For now. They drove home, to her apartment. Not the penthouse. She was making a choice. To try. To see where this impossible thing could go. At her door, Damien paused. I meant what I said, he told her. About trying. About being better. I know. I'll probably fail sometimes. I know that too. But I won't stop trying. That's all I ask. He kissed her, deep, hungry, full of promise and pain. When he pulled back, his eyes were dark. I love you, Lena. I know it's twisted. I know it's too soon. But I do. Her heart stuttered. Damien, you don't have to say it back. I just needed you to know. He left before she could respond. Lena stood in the hallway, her fingers touching her lips. She was falling. Had been falling since that first night. Since he'd found her crying and decided she was his. It was wrong, dangerous, impossible. But it was real, and maybe that was enough. 2 months passed. Lena and Damien fell into a rhythm. Careful. He came to the cafe every night, sat in his corner booth, drank his black coffee. Sometimes they talked, sometimes they didn't. But he was always there. Marco warmed to him. Damien helped with homework, taught him chess. Lena felt herself softening, the anger fading, not gone. She still hadn't said she loved him, couldn't quite say the words. But she felt it, in the quiet moments, in the way he looked at her, in the way he protected without suffocating. Then everything shattered. It was a Tuesday, late evening. The cafe was quiet. A man walked in, expensive suit, cold eyes, flanked by guards. Lena knew immediately, another enemy. He walked to Damien's booth, sat down uninvited. Cruz, the man said, we need to talk. Not here, Constantine. Yes, here. Lena felt the tension spike. The air grew thick. There's a shipment coming in Friday, Constantine said. Port of Newark. I need your cooperation. Not interested. I'm not asking. And I'm not agreeing. Constantine smiled. It wasn't kind. Then perhaps I should reconsider my stance on your pet. His eyes slid to Lena. Damien went very still. Don't. She's lovely, fragile. Would be a shame if something happened to her. Touch her and I'll kill you. Threatening me? In front of witnesses? Promising you. Constantine stood. Think about it, Cruz. The shipment or the girl. Your choice. He left. The cafe was silent. Damien stood, walked to the counter. His face was carved from stone. Pack a bag, he said quietly. You're coming with me. What? No, I can't. Lena, pack a bag now. She'd never heard that tone from him, not directed at her. Pure command, no room for argument. What's happening? War. The penthouse was a fortress. Armed guards, security cameras, every entrance watched. Maria packed Lena's things. Marco was already there, confused, scared. Damien, you need to tell me what's going on, Lena demanded. They were in his office, alone. He stood by the window, hands in his pockets. Konstantin Volkov, Igor's brother. He wants revenge. But more than that, he wants my territory. So give it to him. It's not that simple. Make it simple. He turned. His eyes were dark, haunted. If I give him what he wants, he'll see it as weakness. He'll take everything, including you. He'll hurt you to hurt me. Then what do we do? I end this, tonight. What does that mean? It means I'm going to kill him. Lena's blood ran cold. No, it's the only way. There's always another way. Not in my world. Then leave your world. I can't. It doesn't work like that. She grabbed his arm. Please, don't do this. Don't make me watch you become a killer. I've always been a killer, Lena. You just didn't want to see it. That's not true. It is. I've done terrible things, ordered people's deaths, destroyed families. I'm not good. I've never been good. You're good to me. That doesn't erase the rest. Tears streamed down her face. Then let me go. Let me and Marco go somewhere safe, away from all this. I can't. Why not? Because I love you. His voice broke. Because the thought of you existing somewhere in the world without me is unbearable. Because you're the only light I've ever known, and I'm too selfish to let you go. That's not love, I know what it is. I know it's wrong. I know I should let you go, but I can't. I physically cannot do it. She pulled away, backed up. Her heart was shattering. Then you don't really love me, she said. You love the idea of me, the feeling I give you, but you don't love me enough to want what's best for me. He flinched like she'd struck him. Maybe you're right. I am right, but it doesn't change anything. I'll still protect you, still kill for you, still die for you. I don't want you to die for me. I want you to live for me, to be better, to choose me over your war. I'm choosing both. You can't have both. Watch me. He walked to the door. Damien, she called out. If you do this, if you kill him tonight, we're done. He stopped, didn't turn around. I know, he said softly. But I'd rather lose you and know you're alive than keep you and watch you die. Then he was gone. Lena collapsed into the chair, sobbing. Maria appeared, sat beside her. He's going to die, Lena whispered. I know it, I can feel it. Maybe, maybe not. I can't lose him. Even though I'm angry, even though he's impossible, I can't lose him. Then tell him. It's too late. Lena stood, made a decision. Where are his men? Downstairs, preparing. Take me to them. She found them in the garage, 20 men, armed, ready. They looked at her like she was crazy. Where is he? She demanded. Gone already, one said. Meetings at midnight. The old factory on Red Hook. Lena checked the clock. 11:30. Take me there. Ma'am, we can't. Take me there, I'm driving myself. Your choice. They looked at each other, uncertain. Finally, one nodded. Get in. The factory was dark, abandoned, cars surrounded it. Gunshots echoed from inside. Lena's heart stopped. She ran. The men tried to stop her. She slipped past them. Through the door, into chaos, bodies on the ground, blood on the concrete, men fighting, shooting, and in the center, Damien, wounded, bleeding from his side, but still standing, still fighting. Constantine had a gun trained on him. Say goodbye, Cruz. No! Lena's voice cut through the noise. Everyone froze. Constantine turned, saw her, smiled. The girlfriend. Perfect timing. He grabbed her, pressed the gun to her temple. Drop your weapon, he told Damien, or she dies. Damien's face went white. Let her go. This is between us. Drop it. Damien dropped his gun. Please, Lena said. Don't hurt him. I'll do anything. Lena, don't, Damien started. I'll go with you, she told Constantine, willingly. No, Damien roared. But Constantine was considering it. You'd trade yourself for him? Yes. Why? Because I love him. The words echoed in the factory. Damien stared at her. Shock, wonder, pain. You do? He whispered. Yes, you idiot, I love you, even though you're impossible. Constantine laughed. How touching, but not enough. He raised the gun, aimed at Damien. The shot rang out, but it wasn't Constantine who fired. One of his own men, bought by Damien weeks ago. Constantine fell, dead before he hit the ground. The factory erupted. Damien's men poured in. It was over in seconds. Damien stumbled, fell to his knees. Lena ran to him, caught him. "I've got you," she said. "I've got you." "You love me," he said, blood on his lips. "You said it." "Yes." "Say it again." "I love you, Damien Cruz." He smiled. "About damn time." Then he passed out. The hospital room was white, sterile, quiet. Damien lay in the bed, bandaged, pale, but alive. Lena sat beside him, had sat there for 2 days, watching him sleep, waiting for him to wake. Marco was safe, with Maria. The penthouse was secure. The war was over. Constantine's organization had crumbled. The other families had backed down. For now there was peace. Damien's eyes fluttered open. "Hey," Lena said softly. "Hey yourself." His voice was rough, tired. "Did we win?" "You won." "We won." She smiled, took his hand. "How do you feel?" "Like I got shot." "That's because you did." "Worth it." "Was it?" "You're here, so yes." She leaned down, kissed his forehead. "You scared me." "Sorry." "Don't do it again." "I'll try." "Damien." "I know. I need to be better. Need to think before I rush into danger. Need to choose us over the war." "Yes." "I'm working on it." "Good." He squeezed her hand. "You said you loved me." "I did." "Did you mean it?" "Would I be here if I didn't?" "Fair point." He smiled. It was weak but real. "I love you too, in case that wasn't clear." It was clear. "Good." They sat in comfortable silence, listening to the monitors beep, to the hospital sounds outside. "What happens now?" Lena asked finally. "I don't know. What do you want to happen?" "I want normal, or as close to normal as we can get." "Define normal. Dates, movies, dinner, boring couple stuff?" "I can do boring." "Can you really?" "For you, I'll try." She laughed. "That's all I ask." "What about your anger, about your father?" She was quiet for a moment. "It's still there. Probably always will be. But I'm choosing to move forward. Not forget, but not let it destroy what we could have." "That's generous." 3 months later, the cafe was busier than ever. Lena had hired more staff, expanded the menu. It was becoming a real business. Damien came every evening, still sat in his corner booth. But now she joined him, shared his coffee, talked about their days. It wasn't perfect. They still fought, still struggled, still carried their pain. But they were together, fighting for something better, building something new. "I have a question," Damien said. "What?" He pulled out a small box, opened it. Inside was a ring, simple, beautiful, perfect. Lena's heart stopped. "I know I don't deserve this," he said. "I know I've done terrible things, but I'm asking anyway. Will you marry me? Will you let me spend the rest of my life proving that I can be the man you deserve?" Tears streamed down her face. She should say no, should run, should protect herself. But love wasn't safe. Love wasn't logical. Love was two broken people choosing each other despite everything. "Yes," she whispered. "Yes, I'll marry you." He slipped the ring on her finger, kissed her, deep and desperate and full of promise. Around them, people cheered. Marco jumped up and down. Maria cried happy tears. And in that moment, standing in front of her father's garage with the man who'd destroyed and saved her, Lena felt something she hadn't felt in years. Hope. The past couldn't be changed. The pain wouldn't disappear. But the future? That was theirs to write, together. And that was enough.